Gas prices are down for the fourth straight week. According to AAA, gas is around $4.71 a gallon on average in Rhode Island, about 10 cents lower than last week. The story is similar in Massachusetts, with a regular gallon 11 cents cheaper since last week at $4.74 a gallon. Both states are also seeing prices 30 cents cheaper than a month ago. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie spoke with AAA to find out why and if we can expect this current trend to stick around. Alex.
Okay, this drop comes at an interesting time. AAA says there's actually been a slight rise in demand after a record-breaking week for holiday travel, which could typically be leading to higher prices at the pump. According to AAA, a record 42 million Americans hit the road for holiday vacation last week. But instead of prices going up due to the demand, the price of crude oil coming down at the same time made an impact.
A little over $100 a barrel, so down about $20 from where we were at the height of gas prices a couple months back.
At the same time, domestic production is also increasing.
We're still less than we were by about 22 million gallons where we were last year.
Diana Gugliotta of AAA Northeast says if crude oil prices continue to fall and domestic production continues to increase, further relief at the pump could continue. But there are still other global factors that can always lead to an increase at the pump.
Things like COVID restrictions. There's a lockdown right now in a couple Chinese cities. There's a tropical storm looming over the Gulf of Mexico.
Gugliotta says AAA recently conducted surveys showing despite higher than normal gas prices, people are holding on to their summer plans due to managing inflation in other ways.
I think above $5 a gallon, that's a pain point, and we will see some slight changes where people start to, really search the area to find the cheapest gas in their area.
I drove around myself in search of the cheapest prices in the area. Coming up new at 6, we hear from a local gas station owner about why he's keeping prices as low as he is. Live in studio, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
A decrease in the price of crude oil is to thank for gas prices trending downward. According to AAA, prices are down 30 cents compared to a month ago in both Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Prices are hovering around $4.70 for a regular gallon of gas in both states. But as 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie explains, some gas stations are selling far below that.
If Tiverton is part of your commute, you may notice the line of cars trying to gas up at George's Gas on Stafford Road. While the owner says he knows he's not giving it away, it is still about 51 cents cheaper than the state average. Bernadine Shinagoy says she commutes for work a lot, resulting in having to buy gas twice a week. That's why she says finding the cheapest price around is more important than ever right now.
If he can lower his price like this, I think everybody else should lower theirs too.
Bernadine fills up at George's Gas in Tiverton, where a gallon of regular cost $4.21 on Monday, 51 cents below the state average.
We made a decision about 4 weeks ago to have a peaceful revolution on pricing.
Nationally, gas prices have been on the decline for the last month, coming down from more than $5 a gallon in some instances to $4.67 for regular.
It's actually the cost of crude oil that's impacting the decrease in prices right now, which is good.
The price per barrel has dropped about $20 in the last month. George says that's helped him to lower prices as well as switching to a more flexible supplier.
I told them exactly what I want to do, and I said if they can't handle it, I'll just keep shopping around, and they said we'll do it. So they said okay. So they agreed to supply me as much as I need, as often as I need it.
George says his goal was to help his local community first, acknowledging that rising inflation has affected more than just gas prices. He's hoping others can take his lead.
And I'm still surprised that my competition, these big companies all the way around me, they have not brought their price down. It's embarrassing, actually. It's literally, I call it straight out gouging.
During his travels to the Middle East this week, President Joe Biden is stopping in Saudi Arabia to discuss ways to stabilize the global oil market. I'm Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.